Ladies and gentlemen, Broselli Gaming presents the one, the only Astroneer! Out in the Sol system, it can be a very confusing place. 5 planets, 2 moons. A lot in this race. You see, to understand the solar system, you need a man. Or a woman, in this case it's a man. He is on his way, with 5,000 hours under his belt, and enough training to teach the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you that man. His name is Zelly. Hello there folks, and welcome on down to Broselli Gaming. You're with me, Zelly, and we are kickstarting this brand new year off of 2020 with a new series of a playthrough on my favourite game, Astroneer. I'm going to be joined by my fan favourite, Pajamas, as we blast off down to the surface of Silver. Perfect. A beautiful landing on this beautiful planet. Now we're going to unpack our habitat by just jumping out of our pod. It's going to deploy a cargo drop. And here we are. We are now settled on the surface of Silver. So, what is this playthrough all about? Well, it is exactly that. We're going to be going through to the A to Z of Astroneer, and each episode is going to concentrate on each fundamental part of this game. And the first one being how to get the best start for you on this beautiful game. So first things first, we're going to head over to our cargo drop, which has a beautiful little button on it. We're going to open it up, and it's going to drop 3 boxes. These 3 boxes are vital. One has an oxygenator, which is going to keep you, well, oxygenized. Although the habitat does provide oxygen, we can then tether off it. It gives us a starting platform and a starting medium printer. We're going to put those together, give it a quick spin, connect it up, and off we go. Now, first things first on this planet to look out for is compound and resin. I've seen some compound over the back here, so we're going to grab some of that. We're also going to keep our eye out for debris and also these. Every time you see one, pop it, because that adds to your research bytes. We'll talk about research bytes very shortly, but they are vital in your need to progress in this game. It helps you unlock different tech, so you can get going and blasting off to the universe around you. This is a nice compound field, so we're going to hoover as much of this up as possible. We might get a full 13 on our backpack and terrain tool, because that's how many slots are available to you. You've got 8 direct on your backpack, 2 on the auxiliary slots on the top, they're just on your shoulders, and then you've got the 3 little slots on your terrain tool. Come on, just need that one more, and I think we got it. Now we got the compound, we're going to head back, we're going to dump that down on the cargo drop. Give us some oxygen. Plop that down there, there we go. And we're going to dump it all. Now these playthroughs are going to have no cuts, they are straight through recordings. So you don't miss a single bit of what we do. Right. Now we've got our compound, it's time to find some resin. But I did see some debris. Where was it? Oh, there it is. And on this debris is a battery. Batteries are really useful because you can charge them and it'll hold power. So it's always a great idea to look out for those debris sites. Go and harvest anything that is there. And I've found some resin over here. It looks like mac and cheese, my favourite. Now we are running low on O2, but that's fine. We got a nice size field here. And why it's okay is because resin is the primary resource for making oxygen filters. Oxygen filters are great for staying out away from your habitat or off tether lines. And we'll talk about tether lines coming up really soon when we go down into the caves of Astroneer. Now again, there's 2 research samples just there, so I'm going to grab them. They're low in value, but every little bit helps. First one 22, second one 90. Oh, hello. There's a little robot. We'll go pick him up and take him back as a little companion. So grabbing as much resin as we can, I'm actually at this point going to make myself a canister. Canisters are, in my opinion, one of the most vital pieces of equipment in the game because they allow you to collect soil, they allow you to build, but also they allow you to cheat some of the resources out of the ground. Just by adding a little bit of soil, you can hack away at the resources that are underground. There we go. Let's take our little robot friend. Jib, 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 jib. He makes a cool sound. Right, we'll run him back. One of the best and fastest ways. Ooh, Big Mac and cheese. We'll grab all that in a minute. Is just to basically run and jump, pick him up. And that way you're not walking really slow. So by the end of this first episode, what I'm hoping is that we've got a more or less fully fledged base to get started. So we got 58 bytes, and these bytes allow you to unlock all these things. That one costs 2,000 for an oxygen tank, but we don't need that quite yet. So let's just empty what we found. We got some organics as well. Organics are useful in many, many ways, and I'll show you those very, very soon. So let's just ditch everything off there, and let's go hit up that big, massive mac and cheese that we found before. Here we go. Again, there's 3 research samples there, so we grab those. Lovely jubbly. Oh, nammy nam nams. We should fill a backpack up really quick here. So I'm using that technique, as I was saying, about just adding a bit of soil and it hoovers really quick. There we go. We've got a full backpack and full terrain tool. So we head back. Oh, there's another one there. By the way, these research samples do respawn, so don't dig up the little bushes because they will get back. Right, let's ditch everything again. So everything's going to be a bit messy, but it's fine. It'll be okay. Lovely. Let's head back. I'm actually going to move that over to there. It's off the train tool. We go back to that mac and cheese that we just found before, that lovely resin. And over there I can see a research aid. Now it's a power one, so I need to find out how much power that's going to need. And there's 2 different versions of the power, which I'll go through when we head over there. You'll find plenty of them down in the caves. It's very rare that you find them on the surface. Ooh, there's some compound mixed in here, so we get a bit of both. Again, adding that soil allows you to just really hoover it up really quick. You can see through the UI there that you get the little symbol for compound. And what that basically acts as is a little scanner, so you can still tell if there's resources underneath the soil. Okay, a little bit more. Thank you. Right, we need some O2, so we'll head back. Now, I could build another filter, but it's not worth it since the habitat is so close by. Come on, you can make it. Ah, lovely oxygen. So now we got that. We got 142 bytes. Now, why I keep checking the bytes is, for me personally, I don't like to build the only available platform that it gives you, and I'm going to show you now. So the first platform it gives you only costs 2 resin. It's this one, and it only has a tier 3 on it. So the tiers I'll explain as well. So there's different tiers for different things. So this is a tier 2. It has two little things underneath, as you can see, 2 little red rings. That is a tier 2. Anything with 1 on it is a tier 1, just like this. So a tier 3 is the size of the modules. So it doesn't really give you much storage space. So now I've got plenty of that being the resin and the compound, I'm now going to go underground. And again, this is where a canister comes in vital. Now we do, no, we have no, ooh, there's a drop pod over there. Get a bit excited because you usually have some stuffs with them. There we go, we've got a filter. I'm not going to use that filter. I'm going to take that back for when we need it in the future. So I'm going to go down to the caves. So every time you dig down, you're guaranteed to hit a cave. So here's what we do. We take a terrain tool, we dig down a little bit, and we're then going to find a nice angled piece of soil. I'm going to take that almost triangle there, and I'm going to use the flatten tool. So we press that, hold it down, and then just flatten it out. And this is going to make our tunnel down to the caves. Now I want it a bit more angled, so we'll dig down a bit more. There we go, that's a lot better. And here is the perfect time for tethers. So tethers, what are they? Well, they tether you and they allow oxygen to be transported and as well as power to your character. So we're going to pick up some compound. We're going to take 2 of those, go into our backpack, go left, and there we go. We're going to build 2 tether bundles. Now what's special about tethers at the moment is we have festive tethers. Festive tethers are different to normal tethers because they're usually just blue. These ones, oh, loads of different colours. They're beautiful. So we're going to place a tether down. We're going to slowly go down here, get our flattening tool out, and at the same time drop tethers until we hit a cave. So this makes sure that you can run around the cave, not lose any lives by suffocation, and also it provides light. Now why it's important that it provides light is it's very dark in these caves, and also it gives you kind of a beacon to find if you get lost down here. Here we go. Here's the bottom of the first level cave. So we're going to place down a tether there, and these tethers look beautiful in the dark. So why have I come down here? Well, there's a few different reasons. One of them is resources, the other is bites. So bites down here are worth more than the ones on the surface, especially rock bites. And also these plants. These are nasty plants. So these are called pop coral. Pop coral explode when you dig them up, so it's important to keep a distance because they release a toxic acid. But when you explode them, you can find, sometimes, not all the time, some research samples. Now this is a seed, so I'm going to replant this seed. There we go. Plant that down, it'll germinate, and it'll take some time, and it'll slowly grow. They look so cute as seeds, but they are devilish when they are fully grown. So we're going to head over here. There's a lot more pop corals, so we're going to pop these, but this is what I'm looking for. Straight off the bat, these are the rock research samples, and these yield a better bite gain. So we got 62 off that, and what I'm trying to gain is 500 bites for the platform I desire. So let's pop these pop corals. There we go, and I call these dragon tails. These are research samples, and these are pretty good. We've got quite a few this time, so we're going to pop these. There's another seed. Let's just pop that and just repopulate the plant world. I'll land that one as well. And here we go. Our bites are rocking and rolling, and we got 485. So we gained some bites really quick coming down here. So with these ones, we should hit that 500. And there's one hiding there. Come here. Let's pop that one. Pop it. There we go. Now we should have the bites required. We've got 601. Beautiful. So let's head to the surface, because I am now ready to start building. So we head back up, follow our tethers, keep them with oxygen so we don't have to use resin for our filters. So, you know, it's keeping our waste down for our resources that we've painstakingly gone and got. So opening up our backpack, we're going to go over to the 3rd tab. In the 3rd tab, this is everything that's printable in the large printer. We don't have that quite yet. Sorry, the medium printer. The medium printer. Let's get that right. The 4th tab is the large printer. So let's get the large platform B. This one is almost the same as the one that I was showing you, but it has 2 little wings on the side, which are perfect for storage. Now this one costs 3 resin, so we'll take 3 resin. We go to our medium printer. we'll come across one, and there you go. So you see the difference there. It's got the same, but it's got 2 wings on the side, which are great for storage. So we'll get that printing. Now, when you're printing, you'll see here your power. And on your power, it's only halfway. So you got half yellow, half red, because the habitat only gives 1 amp of power, where this printer requires 2. So how do we combat that? Well, I'm glad you asked. We need 1 compound. We've already got it unlocked in our catalog. You get it free when you start the game, which is a small generator. A small generator requires organics. So we've got some of this organics. This is just plant life that you dig up out in the world. No, that's resin. There we go. We'll place that down, put that on the top. It'll start whirly-dallying. And there you go. We've got full power. So this adds 1 amp of power. So we got 2. Now we're going to head back down because we need more bytes. Now we're down here. We're looking for 2 things. We're looking for a material, a resource called laterite. We're also looking for more bytes. So I've got some more tethers on my backpack. So we're just going to use these up. Oh, there we go. There's a couple more. Grab those. Oh, this sounds like a dangerous plant nearby. Oh, there it is. It's a acid spitting nasty plant. So you want to dig that up, get rid of it before it hurts you. It's going to give you a little research sample. Ow, 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 ow. No, we're okay. We're okay. We're going to live. So we're looking for laterite. So this looks like stacked coins. It's beautiful in its colours. So it's like a bluey purple colour. So I've ran out of tethers. So I'm just going to open up that little cavity. Oh, perfectamundo. We found a research aid. So we were talking about these before. This one is a charge one. And you can tell the differences because this has got a little battery on the side. So we need to charge it. So it doesn't matter how much or how little power you give it. Well, there is another one called a surge. And the surge one requires a certain amount of power. So what I'm going to do is head back to the surface. Unless I find some down here in the caves. But I'm looking for some compound. Oh, hello. There we go. No. That's sulfurite. That's used to make zinc. But again, more on that later because we don't need it right now. But there's plenty of resources that you can find down in the caves. You can also find your compound. You can find your resin. So it's not always just on the surface. So heading to the top here. Our box is ready. Let's unlock that first platform. There we go. And I'm going to get it to build another one. Now our generator has run out of organics. But that's fine. We can always put more on. But at the minute, I'm going to steal it and take it with us. Now I'm not going to take any organic with me because I'm going to show you how to find it in the caves. So don't panic. As I say, you're looking for plant life. There is plant life down here in some shape or form. And in the shape and form that we're looking for. Ooh, there's a cave bite over there. Oh, hello, come to me. Let's pop that. We're looking for fungi. No, not some guy who likes to party. We're looking for some mushrooms. If you find mushrooms in the caves, we'll give you organics. There you go, there's one there. And as you can see, it gives you the little organic symbol. You probably didn't quite catch it, but I'll show you the next time we find some. Here we go. There's some mushrooms. Perfect. So if you hover over it, you can see that little green symbol. That's organic, and it tells you in the UI. We're going to grab some of that, and then we're going to open this up. So here we go. Now these research aids are great for unlocking big blocks of bytes. So we're going to connect up our our generator, place on the organic, and you can slowly see it's filling up that bar. Once that bar's full, stand back and be ready. Hey, there you go. So we're going to turn our generator off, put it back on our backpack, and we're going to take this research sample. Now this research sample gives on average around 450 bytes. Bam! We got 436, and these little lids are scrappable. Again, we'll talk about scrap as we go on in the game, and they're great for hiding under. Oh, I need oxygen. Oh, where's those tethers? There they are. Beautiful. So let's look at our bytes. We've got 954. Now we're going to need 1,000. really to get started, I always aim for around 2,000 to unlock the main stuff, and that main stuff being a shuttle, being able to get the thruster, and our main modules to get started in the game. So we're going to head upstairs now, and we're going to look at the modules that we can build. One of the main modules that we're going to need first off is a research chamber. Now particularly, I don't use research chambers, I rely on the research bites because I find them a lot quicker. But in this, we're going to show you a bit of everything. Oh, look at the sky, it's looking beautiful. So we've got one of our large platform Bs. We've got two of our large platform Bs. Well done, robot. And we're going to place them together. Now that we got those, let's put them in a nice placement around our habitat. And we're going to look at building our first module. And we're going to need resin and we're going to need compound. So this is the first thing that we're going to need. It costs 1 resin, 2 compound, and it's a research chamber. This research chamber allows you to unlock research with different items in the game. Now there's different research items that you can put onto it. There's these little research samples. These are able to fit into the research chamber, and it'll give you 3 times the value that it's worth. So for example, that was worth 23, so it'll give you 69. The little ones aren't also the only thing. You can get these big ones, research items. We can pick them up and we can take them back to base. Now these are a tier 2, these will take up the full volume of that research chamber, and they work in a different way. It's compared to just whacking the research samples and you get an instant bites. These give you bites over time, and each one is different, and we'll show you that very shortly. Now the other thing that we're going to need is a smelter. So we can't build it yet because this is building away, so let's give it a helping hand to get that speed going by giving it full power. There we go. Now while that's building that, let's head out on the surface and look at scavenging some free stuff. Yes, there is free stuff in the game that you can find on these debris sites. It's not always broken. You can find some really cool and useful stuff, like we found that battery early on. Now that battery I can put onto the base, and here is another research item. So that's a rock one, a mineral one. So there's organics, there's mineral, there's loads of different ones. And just like our robot, we've got another cube object, another toy that you can take back to base, use it as decoration, or you can use it in the Project Cheer, which I'm hoping to get to very, very soon in our series. Now there is the debris sites here, but I'm running out of O2, but it's okay. Let's not panic, never panic. Let's build an oxygen filter and we'll go see what we've got. Oh, nice. Okay, so we got 2 great items. We got another battery and we got a wind turbine. But just over here on this rover is some extenders. Now extenders we're not going to use at the moment, but they're just like extra cables that you can use. But on this one, perfectamundo, we got 2 great items, a small and a medium solar. So we're going to take these back. Now with that filter we should have enough oxygen to make it all the way back there, and I'm going to show you how to juggle in the game. Yes, juggling is a fun way of getting things back to your base. Now, it's not always easy, but you'll get the hang of it. So you just juggle, there we go, we get them back as quick and efficient as we can so we don't suffocate. And then cost Exo Dynamics, another clone, which they really do frown upon. So we'll juggle these back. Each one of these is going to give a enhanced amount of power compared to what we've got already. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. So you can only carry a tier 2 in your hands at one time. So having to do this juggling performance saves you having to go back and go grab it and, you know, all that walking. Saves all that walking. So here we go. Oh, we've got a rhythm going. Let's not lose anything down that ramp there. There we go. And we are home. Now, because I built these larger platforms, what's perfect is I can put this research chamber, on here and put the medium solar and the wind turbine on it. So this is why I like these particular platforms. Now, let's talk about the research chamber real quick. We'll put our research item on there, and then we're going to access it by its little panel at the front. And here it says 460 bytes. So that is the total amount of bytes that you'll get. But that is providing that you've got full power. And as you just seen then, that bar dropped down. That means we don't have full power, because the sun has disappeared, the wind turbine isn't running, so it's only running off 1 amp that the shelter is providing, and the research chambers require 2 amps, so it's got to double that time up. That was 5 minutes, now it's 10 minutes, so it starts off really slow. You've got a graph here, and that bar's lower, so that's going to start off at 12 bytes per minute, and then once it reaches this point, it's going to jump up then to its next level, which is going to give you more than the 12. It'll probably give you double that, so 24. So you can just set and forget that as it gets you bytes. Oh, it's gone on full power because the wind turbine's going. So there you go, it's dropped down to 5 minutes. It's now giving us 24 bytes per minute, and then it'll jump up to around 48 up here. Okay, now we've talked about that, it's time to head down again. No, it's not, because we need to build the next main piece. We're going to need 2 resin, 1 compound, 4... Ooh, we haven't unlocked it yet. So let's head to our catalog, and we're going to head over into the modules. So down here we've got our modules. The Smelting Furnace is the first one we're going to need. It costs 250 bytes. We've got that. So 1 compound, 2 resin to build that. There we go. We've unlocked it, and let's build it. Bam! Now, because this is working, you can see the power is really diminished, and that's because we're running 2 items at the same time, 2 machines. So our research chamber, that takes 2 amps, and this takes 2 amps, so it's requiring 4 amps, and we're only giving it 1 amp. So, you know, we're running really low on the ground. It's only getting a quarter of its power. Yee-hoo! Sliding on down to the cave, we still have to find laterite. So laterite is going to be our next big one that we need to find, but we needed the smelter for that. This is a dead end. We don't want to be there. Huh. Okay, that's a dead end as well. Oh dear, oh dear. Not doing very well. Ooh, there's a break over here. Now I don't have... Yes, I do. I have 1 resin on me so I can build a filter, so there's no panic there. I'm going to show you how to survive on a filter underground. There we go. Let's get that. I'll take a bit of damage off that bad boy then. Let's just punch a hole. Oh, that leads down to a layer 2 cave. Oh, there we go. I found some laterite. We found a research aid as well, which we don't have the stuff for. We definitely can't use our solar panel down here because there's no sun. But we found 2 research aids. Let's see if it shows us. Oh, there's a dirty plant somewhere shooting gas. Where is it? Where's that plant shooting acid? I heard it, but I can't see it. Oh, it's over there. Right, let's go get rid of him. Bye. Dodge the gas. Let's get that. Let's build that filter real quick because we're about to run out of O2. Ah, here we go. So this one is a surge. You see, it doesn't have the little power bars at the side. So this requires a certain amount of power. That probably is around 2 amps usually for the ones on this planet. So this is the stuff we're looking for. This is laterite. Get used to finding it because it makes aluminum or aluminium, as my British people would say. They're probably shouting at me going, Zelly, you're British. Stop saying aluminum. But I can't help it. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh dear. So I dug up a couple of those pop corals, but I was a bit close to them. Did it drop? Oh, it did. It dropped 2 of those dragon tails. So we're going to collect a full backpack of this stuff. Now, I'm going to show you a trick. Instead of getting lost in your caves, trying to find your tethers, we're now pooping it onto the floor. That's not what we want to do. Instead of getting lost in the caves, trying to find your way back to your tethers, try this. Either dig straight or a nice ramp up to the surface, or, one of my favourites, dig straight underneath yourself. Add soil. Sorry, not dig. Add soil underneath yourself and punch a hole to the surface. There we go. Making our way up. Punch more of that hole. Come on. Up we go. Up we go. And make your way to the surface. We see the green there, so we know we're near the surface. And because we didn't walk too far away from our habitat, we can see it there. So that saves you kind of panicking, running around looking for it. You can come straight to the surface if you've not walked too far. And here we are. We've got our smelter. So our smelter is working away. The sun is up, so we've got solar power. And look, we've got a surplus of power being put into the base. So that is now running at 118 bytes per minute. So it's working away nicely. And you can see it just ticking away there, adding to your byte total. So now it's time for the furnace. Let's open up the furnace and see what we got. Well, we got this beautiful piece of equipment. So what we can do is we can put these down here. It'll automatically snap onto the furnace and put it there. But what happens if you run out of space? Well, let's turn that on and get it smelting, and let's talk about storage. So storage is really great. It's beautiful. You get storage free from your catalog. You don't have to unlock it, it's already unlocked for you, but what you do need is a small printer. And there it is on your backpack. It costs 1 compound, so snap that on, get it printing. And what we're going to do is move that over there, put this on here, give it a rotation, and then we're going to find the medium storage. And it's the first one you come across, and it requires 2 resin. So we're going to pick 2 resin up and get it building. Now this storage costs 2 resin, but stores 8 tier 1 items. It does not store any tier 2s, it's all tier 1s. And what it's great for is putting next to your smelter and allowing it to collect all that wonderful stuff. So far in our first episode, we've managed to go through our research. There's our medium storage. Go through our first set of modules, but there's one more module that I want to collect before we go. We talked about our research chamber. We talked about free stuff in the world that you can go out and find. We talked about the best way to get your bytes in a quick manner. Now for this storage, we can open it. It expands. Ooh. It never used to do that, but now it does. And you can see there that the smelter has just spat out that aluminum. Now it's important that we got this aluminum because the next piece of equipment that we're going to get, the next machine, is one of my favorites, and it is called the soil centrifuge. So we're going to head to our backpack. We're going to go down to our modules. Here it is, the soil centrifuge, and it costs 1 aluminum, 2 compound. Let's unlock it. 750 bytes. We are good to go. Yes. So let's get those 2 compound. Let's get our piece of aluminum or aluminium, and there is our soil centrifuge, and we're going to build that. Bam. There we go. Now the soil centrifuge really helps you out in a great way because it allows you to kind of cheat really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 more canisters made in our backpack from that beautiful resin, giving us 3. Now, I do have some more laterite on our backpack, so I'm going to put that on here, get it smelted so we got plenty more. Now let's go fill these canisters up. So let's head underground to the wonderful caves. And let's start grabbing some soil. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got soil in my tummy, and now I feel sick. So you can see there on the backpack that canister is just filling up nicely. When it's full, it'll go from orange to green, and it'll start on the next one. It shouldn't take too long at all to fill these up. Sweet. There we go. Head back to the surface, connect to those tethers, get some more oxygen. And a little tip, if you're walking uphill, if you wiggle, you move a little bit quicker. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. So there we go, we got everything working. We are demanding a lot of power from the base at the minute, because we have the research chamber, the smelter, which is greedy for power just as much as the soil centrifuges. But there's a problem. We are 1 platform short. So what we'll do is we'll build another platform for the soil centrifuge. And it really is a great piece of equipment, this soil centrifuge. And as I say, I'm going to show you why, because it does allow you to cheat a little bit and get some free resources. So while it's building, let's go around, have a look. Ooh, there's a mineral research item there. We'll grab that, we'll take it back, hop, skip and a jump. There we go, our soil centrifuge is ready. We're going to change that back to the platform, the large platform B, get that making and shaking. The soil, the furnace is now finished, so we can move over that aluminum. Let's take the soil centrifuge, let's pop it open. Ooh. Now why that is printing, let's just show you. Oh, and also here's a cool little fact. Because everything is more or less modular, if you really want power going to a certain item, just take that off. It'll continue to do its thing once you power it back up, but now all our power is going to the printer and it's not being shared. So it's just a little tip if you're low on power. Also, we do have a spare battery, so let's put that battery on the base and it'll charge whatever we need. So we can put that back on and let it crack on again. Oh, there we go. That's finished. So once it's finished, it gets rid of the research item that's inside. Can we do the robot? We can, but will we? No, we won't. We want to keep our little robot. What are you doing in there? Get out. You stand guard. Make sure that no aliens come into the habitat. So we're going to take this mineral one now. We'll put it on here. And you'll see it gives a different value compared to the other one. 450 bytes. Let's go. Bam. In fact, it wasn't too far off what the other one was. So now our platform is done. We can pop down our platform, throw our soil centrifuge on, and then add this to the rest of the base. So what we're going to do is we'll put it around here. And boop, put it on, and now it's powered. So on the front there's a little control panel. Open that up and you'll see that it has certain resources inside that you can select. So compound, resin, organics, clay, quartz, graphite and ammonium. So there are all of them. So how does this work? Well, on the right hand side it says soil and it goes 1 up to 8. So what that means is if you fill it up with soil, which it takes 2 full canisters of soil to fill the machine, it will give us 8 resin. So we press that button and we've just got free resin. I mean, how amazing is that? It's great. So this is why I love this machine. If you need more resin, you don't have to run out into the world and go find some, because at some point you will start to use the resources around your base and start to have to go further afield. So to kind of stop that happening. But as I say, this machine is really greedy on the power and it's killed our power there. So we can take that off. It'll give more power back to that, but not very much, because as I say, the soil centrifuge is a very greedy machine. So let's take our battery, let's put our other battery on, and it'll feed some more power to it. And what it'll do is it'll whirl around, and you'll know when it's finished, because it spits them all out. So again, storage is great for putting on these. So we'll put a storage on there before we go and finish our first episode up of this beautiful walkthrough. And as I say, we'll be going through to the A to Z of Astroneer, covering all those bits. But if you've really enjoyed what we do here at BZG, and especially the Astroneer stuff we do, show your appreciation by either smacking that like button or leave me a comment below. I read all your comments. I love reading the comments, good or bad or just inert. Either way, they are so fun to read and reply to. So there you go, look, we got resin, loads of resin. We'll put that down, expand it, kick that all off there. There we go. And that's how you can get free resources. And you can only get the 7 resources out of supplies, as I say. But I think that is going to cover our first episode. We have got the modules that we really need to start a base and shown you how to really get those bytes really quickly. So go find those research aids. They really give a good yield of bytes. But for now, thank you very much for joining me. I've been Zelly. He's been Pajamas, giving you a boogie dance. This has been Astroneer, and this has been our first episode of how to get a great start. And it took us 30 minutes to get there. So thank you very much. And a ciao for now. Do 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 do. Bye. Do 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 do. Bye.